Not yet, sir.
Not yet. So how because if you read the pre-lab, you need to fill this up. The name apa, the gate not, the gate and none and whatnot. So I assume you don't know what 0 for all gate is. Am I? Do I understand that correctly? This table 2.1, you're supposed to fill it up before the lab because we want to prove this table is because we want to prove that the simulation that we get from the software tallies with the knowledge that we understood from those subjects. Are you sure you haven't learned it? Okay, let me double check. You guys are EEE1123. Analog electronics, electric circuit. Hey, digital system, you're learning it next. You're currently part 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So,
It's
according to your study plan pengajian EE112, supposed to be next sem. So why are you guys learning this subject, this Altera? Because Altera is about using digital gates. So if you don't know what digital gate is, how are you going to verify whether your output is correct or not? Uh, Let me double confirm this with my colleague. Okay, I'll have to wait for my colleague to respond. But if it's true, based on this plan pengajian that told me that you're supposed to learn digital system next semester, so I not quite understand why you're learning Altera this semester. But never mind. But I can just brief to you. You students are required for pre-lab. You are required to fill this up. But since I was expecting that this was filled up by you, and apparently you guys haven't learned digital logic yet. If it's true, I will need to double check with my colleague. Then I guess I'll just brief it to you what's going to happen lah. So for not gate, basically what you should expect is, for example, like this. If uh, 0 and 0, if uh, is there not there? Okay, no. Okay, first we look into OR and AND. OR is plus, AND is multiply. So let's say 0 plus 0, you get 0. 0 plus 1, you get 1. 0 is off, 1 is on. So if you can imagine a switch, if it is connected to the same lamp for OR gate, OR means either lah. So as long as there's one in that combination, it will always be one, because 0 plus 1 will be 1, 1 plus 0 will be 1, 1 plus 1 is supposed to be 2, but in digital we only have maximum of 1 lah. So either off or on. So if both are on, then chances are the output is also on lah. Again, for those latecomers, make sure every single time next class, log in to in your browser to email UiTM, so that I don't have to interrupt my class every single time to allow you in to the Google Meet. So that if you logged in to your email UiTM before you join the class, you will be able to join the class auto enable. So I don't have to click admit. Like right now, I have to stop the class again to allow you to join, and I have lost my train of thoughts to allow you into the class. Again, let me remind you, join. I understand if some of you have a problem logging in on time, early in the morning, regardless of what. But please, before you join in, log in to your UiTM email in your browser, and then click the link to join the Google Meet, so that I don't have to interrupt my class every single time you join. Okay, please. Okay, so for OR again, now I have to recall back. OR is plus, OR is either. If any of the combination is 1, the output will be 1. I rewords that. If either of the combination is on, the light will on. Imagine there's two switch A and B connected to the same lamp. If you can imagine in real life, one switch is at the bottom of the staircase, and the other switch is at the top of the staircase. So it is both of the switches connected to the same lamp on the staircase. So if either of the switch is on, you can imagine that the lamp will turn on. So, but the last one, or for the 1 and 1, just imagine it like as long as the input is 1, it will turn on. Typically in real life lain lah kan. Of course, kalau salah dua-dua on, chances are it will off sebab dia hanya ambil satu je. But just imagine that for or, it's plus symbol. As long as there is on, even though both are on, the output will always be on. On is 1, off is 0. So if like this, 0 and 0 will be 0, because there's no switch is turned on. And for the second one, 0 and 1 means 1 is on, one of the switch is on, so output is on. 1 plus 0, A is on, so output will always be on. And since both are on, then the output are also on. Again, 0 plus 0, 0, 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 0, 1, 1 plus 1, 1. So in digital, 1 plus 1 equals to 1, because it's only off or on in digital system. Computer only understood off or on. So the symbol you need to Google since you haven't learned digital yet. If it's true, then you have to just draw it here supposedly. And then Verilog HDL operator, this one have to refer manual. What's the operator used to identify negation dot, N and O. Okay, and for N, this is the one that I've just discussed is OR. But for N, you can imagine it as multiplication. So 0 multiply 0 equals 0. 0 multiply 1, 0. 1 multiply 0, 0. 1 multiplies 1, 1. Basically, if I want to reword the operation, if it's off, the switch will always be off. The output will always be off. As long as there is 0, because 0 multiply with anything will always be 0, right? So for N, as long as there is 0 in the combination between A and B, it will always be 0. So for example, this has 0. Okay, then the output will be 0. This has 0, the output will be 0. And then for B, this has 0, the output will be 0. But if both are on, there's no 0, then only then the output will be 1. Okay, so that is N. For XOR, it is actually inverse of OR. So if you recall, OR is 0 plus 0 will be 0. So since it is inverse XOR, so instead of 0, you'll get 1. Output will be 1. 0 plus 1, supposedly output will be, you'll get 1. But since this inverse OR or XOR, so you'll get 0 over here. The same thing, 1 plus 0, you get 1. But inverse terbalik kan lawankan dia, so dapat 0. But for this 1 plus 1, you, again 1 plus 1 you'll get 1, but you inverse it, you get 0. Sorry kalau otak saya tempat lain sebab ada message masuk, saya nak double check sekejap. You guys actually have learned this in school. And for Verilog operator, Google. And then the one that I've mentioned lah, 010101. So yeah, you guys haven't learned digital system yet, but for this application, it's just a digital system that you've learned in school. Because I've left school quite, even when I was in school, I think I did learn Gate 1, Gate 2. The last time I'm 2000, when I took my SPM, it was in 2000. So the syllabus might be different, but some of you might have learned N or X or N or N gate, basically the basic gates that you are trying to use. Supposedly you know. So I guess I've just refreshed to you the knowledge. So as you can see, this one you have to fill it up on yourself. This one you have to Google Verilog operator or just open the manual help button. You just to fill it up. So this is supposed to be done before we start our lab, but never mind. I thought you haven't learned it anywhere, so that's why I briefed you. But in any case, please fill up this area and also this. Basically, you just have to do some Googling. Okay, okay, so today we are going to look into Verilog HDL software, and then we'll be doing simulation using model sim Altera for the Verilog HDL software that we've done. And then to familiarize with basic digital logic gates of OR and combinational gates. So we'll look into OR. Do we look into AND? If I'm not mistaken, there is, but never mind for now. So you need to fill this up for your, I'm not sure, for lab sheet. Hold on, let me look at your sheet. For EEE equals. Yeah. In your lab sheet, your PreLab, you need to include it in your lab sheet. There is a section there which asks you to fill up the lab sheet, and then only you go into part A, behavioral and structural Verilog or gate, then discussion, and then for the next week, you continue with part C and part D for structural using combinational gates. Okay. Sorry, it's not showing on your screen because never mind. You guys can look it on your computer yourself. So again, lab sheet, PreLab, you have to fill it up yourself. I've discussed it just now, but because I thought you haven't learned it, but apparently your syllabus when you're in school is different than mine, I guess. because when I was in school, I haven't learned Gate, but I was informed by my colleague, you are supposed to have learned it during your school years. Just the basic, because we are using the basics. But if regardless, if you haven't learned it in school, I've already briefed it to you just now. So I hope it helps. Remember, OR is plus, N is multiplication, XOR is inverse of the result that you get from OR. So if you get 1 from OR, you should inverse it into 0. And if you get 0 from OR, then inverse it, so you'll get 1. Dia terbalikkan je hasil yang awak dapat daripada OR tu. Gate OR. Okay, so PreLab, you fill it up on your own. Let me double check, there's a message coming in regarding the subject. Okay. So I am told to help you guide you on PreLab. So yeah, I just did that. Hopefully everyone's okay lah. Any question on the PreLab before I proceed?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, good. Sorry. Okay, so first we look into the theoretical parts. Verilog HDL software basically is the one that convert the digital system, the one that just now we've discussed, which is from this form. Instead of every single time when I was at your stage, I need to draw the gates connection circuit every single time. So it will be time consuming. It's a bit sluggish process. So it's not very efficient lah. So having HDL or Verilog HDL software, it converts it into textual form so that it allows you to construct a circuit using only your keyboard. You don't have to buy Apple Pencil ke, or yang digital tu untuk lukis circuit dalam any kind of interface. Just use your keyboard. And okay, there are two types of HDL, which is very high speed integrated circuit, VHDL and Verilog HDL. For Verilog HDL, it is created for modeling and simulating logic gates, and therefore in terms of low level hardware, meaning when we are talking about low level hardware, we are talking about the chips, not the level of understanding the hardware operation. No, it's on the level of chips, the microprocessor. So if you look at, for those who have opened their computer, you will be able to see the motherboard there, right? There's tons of chips over there. So that is low level. High level is the one that when you use C programming, or maybe I haven't had the chance to explore VHDL, so I can't explicitly tell you what VHDL is. But for Verilog HDL is for those chips to communicate with other chips on that board of my computer lah. So Verilog, okay. So using Verilog, we can model. So instead of we solder and try, and then maybe causes some error in connection, and therefore banyak isu lah yang kita kena handle. Kalau macam time saya dulu, every single time nak make sure connection circuit saya tu berjalan, saya kena just try and error. So banyaklah saya makan chips micro P tu. Saya pasang salah, burn. Sebab you have to remember when you're using chips, every single time dia sangat fragile. If you bagi temperature mahal, banyak sikit, voltage mahal sikit, habis meletup. So kalau itu pun tak lepas, macam mana nak test dia punya digital logic punya connection kan? So zaman saya leceh lah. Saya kena pergi dalam pasar beli lamsam micro P punya chips tu dalam seplastik murah je, tapi leceh lah every single time nak pergi dalam pasar kan. Saya nak buat FYP tu. So for Verilog HDL, it allows you to do rapid prototyping without the hassle of having a hardware punya faulty error. so that you can design your circuit much better. So that is what it means here. Verilog is created for modeling and simulating logic gates, therefore better in terms of low-level hardware modeling as compared to VHDL. So in this lab exercise, Quartus 2 computer-aided kit system version 15.0 will be used. So we'll be installing however for us, we won't be using version 15. We will use version 9, I've mentioned to you yesterday, because version 15, it requires some specific driver installation to enable it. And given that nowadays, the version 15 has been repeatedly updated, and we are only using it to simulate. We don't need to go into the hassle to get all the latest update from Altera for us to understand the core subject matter. That said, my colleague who's quite familiar with Altera software advises to use the one that the one that I've just posted to you yesterday, which is Quartus 2 version 9. So that one you won't need any kind of driver to be installed, to be selected and installed on top of that Quartus. So I hope all of you have tried and have no issue with that. And the CAD software is designed to implement a desired logic circuit using programmable logic device such as FPGA chip. Okay, this one you won't be seeing it in this lab. It's more on the next stage after you have done the modeling and simulation of the logic gates. So if let's say you have designed a circuit and it's working, you have proven it's working based on the Verilog HDL software that you've done, you can then take the design into programmable logic device such as FPGA or microprocessor, micro P, the one that you've learned, that you will be learning in part 5 or part 6, something like that. Okay, so but we only look into how to simulate and how to model a logic gate in this laboratory. Okay, and then once you have done the simulation and modeling in Verilog, you can use Model Sim software, which is basically an electronic design automation tools by Mentographic for simulation of Verilog HDL in conjunction with Intel Quartus. So I guess Verilog HDL software, when you're talking about specific tasks, it's more on modeling. But for Model Sim is the one where you simulate and see the result of the connection of your logic gate. So you need to have the Model Sim installed at the same time with the Quartus 9 that I've shown to you yesterday. To verify that the design operates correctly with simulation, which is a process of testing the design by applying inputs to a circuit and observing its behavior, a HDL code known as a test bench will need to be performed before the simulation can be done. So this is more on implementing model sim elaboration, but basically in conjunction with Verilog to allow you modeling and simulation. So Verilog handles modeling and simulation is being done in model sim. So that's typically how the process flow works. Okay, so first part A, we'll be starting with behavioral Verilog HDL with OR gate. So this one is simpler. So make sure everyone has installed the Altera 15.0. That one you can just install it from the link given. I've already tried it. But for Quartus 2, you need to use the link that I've mentioned yesterday and download it and install it. And then you need to start your work with Quartus 9. So let me arrange my windows so that we can see both at the same time. This is hold on here. Let me set my own oh sorry. How do I show this? how do I show this? Okay, sorry, I need to play around with my OBS settings. Give me a second. Capture, video capture. Okay, is it this one? Okay, boleh lah. Okay. So once everyone has any issues installing their quarters, just to make sure that everyone has no issue, especially those latecomers, because yang dah lama masuk saya dah tanya dah, so semua orang kata okay. But yang latecomers tadi, are they kind of issues installing your Verilog dan juga multi-sim software, quarters dengan multi-sim? Anybody have any issue with that? Because I'm supposed to help you. Saya tanya ni bukan sebab saya nak marah awak ke apa, tak. Saya nak tolong if there is any installation error. Tak ada senyap je. Okay, since senyap. Kalau ada error, saya tadi install tak ada error lah. Tapi if those who have errors, especially ada yang pakai MacBook, it's more on apa ni lah, tak boleh pakai di MacBook. Tapi what you can do is try to install dual boot, which is satu install start dengan Windows, satu lagi ada boot option tu boleh masuk ke Windows punya ni. Maknanya kena install Windows and then buat mula-mula kena buat dual boot and then baru install Windows kat dia ada boots. So supposedly, okay, first and foremost, saya tak ada MacBook. Saya tak biasa guna MacBook, tapi I can ask around lah for those lecturers yang menggunakan MacBook tu. So I don't have any experience, right? Hands-on impromptu lah kalau awak tanya saya impromptu. So I might need to check with my colleagues. But supposedly, once you have done the dual boot, there shouldn't be any issue because the Windows can then operate as if it is the normal Windows lah in your ni. Tak perlu ori pun sebenarnya. It's just Windows yang ciplak pun boleh je. Yang penting jangan update lah. But if there is an error, let me know so that I can ask around lah. Sebab saya sendiri pun tak ada experience pakai Windows on Mac. So I can't help you much there lah. But I'll try to solve your problem nanti. But okay, so if there is no issue with your installation of Quartus 2 9.1 web edition, if I'm not mistaken, and also your multi-sim, you should be able to see this page here. Mana saya nak tunjuk ni? OBS mouse, kalau saya tunjuk ni tak nampak pula mouse saya. This is OBS. How do I show the mouse at, I don't know. Sorry saya tak familiar dengan OBS punya mouse ni. Regardless lah. So tak apa, follow je dia punya steps tu kalau tak ada issue, which is first click new project wizard. So ni lah yang the first one ni. Tak nampak mouse saya situ. Kalau awak tengok saya punya screen tu, dia ada start designing with quarters. Kenapa tak keluar? Patutnya keluar je mouse tu. Anyway, nampak create a new project and in the bracket new project wizard. So click on that, then you'll see this page. So you can click on show tak keluar. Again, OBS saya tak pandai, sorry let me change to this one. Oh, sorry, not this one. So if you click on the new project wizard, you should be able to see this window. And tu boleh nampak. So if you click on don't show this introduction again, so next time you don't have to deal with this page lah. So for me, I'll just tick don't show the introduction again and click next. And for this one, my advice is follow the lab manual, which is to tak bagus juga macam ni. Let me change the yeah. So if you click on the three dots on the right one, you'll be able to select the directory. So for me, I'll move up and create EEE250 apa ni lah, folder in Altera installation file. So this one, because I've just done it a few steps just now. So just click on this folder, click open, and then click that one. Type that one. Follow the steps in your, what you call that, in your lab manual accordingly lah. So lab manual, where's my lab manual? Over here. So we followed it to the letter of lab 1. Then click next. For those who haven't had, if you just typed it, you'll be able to see this. But because in my case, I have, let me arrange this. Hold on. So in my case, tak nampak alamak. Putih juga pun ni. Sorry. Pakai OBS, saya tak nampak dia punya ni in real time. Okay, let me do it like this. Okay, OBS always at the front. Manual lab always at the front. Like this. Alright. And then to make sure that the screen shows accordingly, I'll minimize this and then for me, I'll be seeing this because I've already done the lab 1 punya folder. So saya nampak ni lah. So for those yang tak buat lagi lab 1 punya instruction macam ni, you will not be seeing this lah. So open the project, continue on. Okay. So then you'll be seeing this page. So lab manual says that you just click next. So I'll just click next. Okay, for this one, although the lab manual state that you need to use, is it small? I hope you guys can see the lab manual there. Although it asks you to use Cyclone 4E, since you're installing the Quartus 9, so you won't be seeing that, but you can use any of the driver lah. So for me, I'll try to stick as close as possible. So we'll have Cyclone 4GX instead of Cyclone 4E, and then I'll just use any kind of driver lah. So as long as, because here, as you can see, it's 1.2 114480. So I'll just choose something that almost similar. 11. 1.2 total IOS 81. So it's a totally bit different. But if you're hesitant, just use something that's as close as possible to the 29C7. So for me, I only use 27C7. This is basically more on towards the support that the driver have. Since we are only using simple OR and XOR, so it does not matter which you use. But for the for the orang kata kesenangan hati, saya try to be as close as possible to the one that is tested lah. Or not installed. We will be using EP4, CE, EP4, tak ada CE, kita ada GX. So I'll try to stay as close as possible to it. Ambil lah mana tu. Click next, and then for when you see the EDA2 settings, make sure everything is none. So there's nothing here. So click next, then you see the summary page lah, which is nothing much to look at here. Something like this. So this is more on when you have your real world punya application nanti, ni kena review lah. Tapi for us, we are just using this for simulation of our digital gate yang tak berapa banyak. Then pakai je lah proceed file. So then click finish. You'll be able to see mana bukan quarters tu, tak nampak pula yang di keluar window. Oh, maybe saya terus full window terus. Nanti tutup, tambah full window. Okay, this one is better. So tadi dia ada keluar macam ada satu notification. Oh, dia jadi macam tu. Macam ni. Then this one will be at the back. Sorry, saya setting ni kejap. Macam sini letak kat belakang. How do I put this at the back? At the back. Give me a second to figure this out. Lama teknologi kata. Alright. Okay, so before you see this, you will be seeing some verification. So depending on how fast your computer is, if you install it on SSD, chances are it will be quicker lah. Dan saya dah siap dah pun. So for those yang masih lagi keluar that page tu, biarkan dulu for a bit, and then you'll be able to see the same window as the one that I'm showing you to you right now lah. Okay. Wait a second. Saya dah settle lah pun, tapi just to make sure display saya tunjuk accordingly lab ni. Okay, sambil-sambil tu, the reason why saya prefer F2F and ODL is because there are labs yang tak ada projector. So kalau kita buat face to face, the problem is that projector tak ada. Saya takut saya tak boleh tunjuk dekat korang sebab saya, kalau saya nak beli personal boleh, tapi saya kena tunggu background saya clear dulu, then baru saya boleh beli projector tu easily for us to use in a lecture lah. Tapi again, and then on top of that, ada yang tak ada kat rumah, ada yang tak ada kat sini lagi, so kena tunggu dulu lah. But maybe kalau saya nak buat pun, maybe starting next week lah kot, for those yang prefer. Okay, let me do some sort of like ni lah. Ada yang nak buat face to face ke lab? Ada yang prefer face to face lab?
Saya prefer face to face ke?
Face to face Okay. Yang just to make sure orang lain semua dah ada dekat ni, ada yang masih di rumah?
2 orang masih di rumah saya.
Tu isunya kalau ada dekat rumah. Okay, saya prefer tunggu semua dah ada dekat 8am baru saya nak buat face to face. Sebab kalau tak nanti kan, not only I have to cater for face to face punya session, then saya nak kena cari lab yang ada projector, and then nak kena make sure yang projector punya output tu pun captured in, sebab ada certain lab internet tak kuat tau. Bukan tak kuat lah, sebab kita ada few class for EEE250. So there are a big chance that ada few lab tu dia tak ada internet. So I need to cater for that for those yang dekat rumah. So for me, if I want to do face to face, it's much better if semua orang dah ada dekat UiTM. So that's I tak perlu nak cari internet and then have to record everything and share with yang ada kat rumah. So I mean it's not their fault yang dia orang dekat rumah pun. So for now just bear with me. Nanti kalau saya kena buat saya boleh buat face to face, saya akan inform lah. Okay, now we continue. So we've seen the summary, and once you have clicked next or finish, you'll be seeing this Altera Quarters 2 sort of like punya interface lah. Okay, now we continue with the first step, which is to file, new, and choose Verilog HDL file. Click OK. So file, new, and then click Verilog HDL file. So there are a few options here. So make sure you click Verilog HDL file. Click OK. Then you'll be seeing this interface lah. Chances are yours will be a minimized window when you first started it. So if you want it to be shown like mine, tak boleh nak minimize detach window. Detach. Sekejap. Detach boleh ya. Sudah. Saya tekan attach dulu. So saya nak tunjuk minimize window tu sebenarnya, tapi tak boleh pula. Tak apalah. So saya klik yang gambar icon, bila mula-mula buka tu dia ada dalam ni, dia buat minimize window. So click on expand or large full screen, so dia akan feed up macam saya ni lah. For those interested lah, tak nak serabut-serabut kan. So tak boleh buat macam saya. So this is what you call as text editor. So this is where you put the following: model lab 1, output Y, input A, B, assign Y equals to A or B, and a module. So macam saya is a programmer yang sangat efficient, not to say malas, tapi efficient. Saya Ctrl C, Ctrl V je lah. Kenapa? Kita bukan nak belajar programming, kita nak belajar how the software works. So saya justify my action, Ctrl C and Ctrl V, sebab nak kurangkan error programming, salah typo ke apa ke. That's why saya tekan Ctrl C, Ctrl V. But for those yang tak tahu, yang simbol ni yang tengah between A and B, yang OR ni, basically is sebelah atas enter. Atas enter, bawah backspace. You have to press shift, dan keluar lah tu. For those yang tak tahu lah For those yang tahu tak apa, tapi yang tak tahu tu yang between atas dia backspace, yang awak tekan ke belakang tu, itu. And bawah, and then ada macam slash, backward slash. So you have to press shift to get to that symbol. For those yang tak tahu Ini yang lain tu tak ada apa, tak ada isu lah. Just type lah. Okay, make sure everyone type. And then, okay, for those yang type, saya tunggu kejap, saya bagi dah dalam 2 minit, 3 minit je. Tunggu kejap sementara tunggu tu. But my advice is, since we are learning on the software, not programming, try as best as you could to find a PDF viewer yang awak boleh copy paste words. So, saya pakai Foxit. Foxit for me is a good PDF because saya boleh edit, saya boleh comment simply by clicking on the text. Macam saya ni, saya nak copy ni, saya just klik dia, select dia. Kenapa dia bergerak ni? Select je sebab dia identify that as text. So saya tekan tu, saya select dia, and then saya boleh Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Ini Foxit PDF There are others saya pernah pakai, tapi saya dah terbiasa dengan Foxit, so saya promote Foxit lah. Free je pun, tak payah bayar pun. Okay. Anyone has any issues with the first step?
Sir,
Yeah.
I have issues at the device family.
Device family. What does it show?
Kan I have choose Cyclone 4GX,
Mm-hmm.
and then I don't know what to choose the available device.
Choose anything.
Anything.
Yeah, anything.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. And then click next.
All
And
right.
then you should be able to see the summary file and then summary report page and then click finish. Then you should be able to get into quarters to the one that I'm using right now.
All right.
Sir,
Yeah.
can I ask you something? I have trouble at the beginning of the project. I can't enter the name project.
You can't enter new project.
When at the beginning of the file,
File
can
new.
can you must open the project, right? Then you must name the project.
This is in after the installation.
Yes, yes.
Uh, have you
When I want
choose?
to when I want to name the project, the system say project names contain illegal character.
Can you share your screen with me just in
Yes,
case?
yes, yes, yes. Sure. Wait. Can you see, sir?
Give me a second. Oh, no space when you're giving a file a name in
Uh-huh.
any kind of a software. Try put the lab and number one to close together. Ah, then
Oh, okay.
then
Right.
next, click next. Then itulah yang kawan awak cakap tadi tu
Just
yang
pick which one, any one
no
of them.
change the what do you call that the
The family.
the top one the top drop down tu pilih cyclone yang tu static tu
Oh, this one. Which one?
cyclone 4 and then any kind of no the middle one choose lah mana-mana.
Okay.
Okay, next.
Right.
All right,
Thank you, sir.
welcome. Anybody else has any issues that you might want to present so that I can help you? It's okay. Biasalah ODL and then main software ni memang dah expect lah. Tak semua orang akan with the same page as I am. So I am expecting. Sebab itulah lagipun just to mention tadi awal-awal tadi kan saya kata part I will be only be doing part A and part B for today and we'll continue part C and part D next week. Yeah, tadi there's something nak tanya?
Sir,
Yep.
it seems that I have the same problem, but after let me show.
Yeah,
Wait.
please.
Okay. This is the exact same one, right? But then it doesn't show anything.
Click
here.
next. Just next.
Next. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
This one.
Okay,
Cyclone. Change to cyclone and then
Okay.
and the middle one you have to choose any of those listed down.
This one.
Anyone anything lah. Just choose anything. Okay, next. 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 Leave it none. Next. Finish. So you have to wait until this is over, then you'll be able to do the steps that I've just now mentioned.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Welcome. Anyone else has any issues that you might want to ask me before I proceed? Just to be sure, I'll wait maybe 5 more minutes, just in case for those who aren't up to speed with my progress. So I'm gonna let them settle their whatever the things that they are left with to catch up with me. So I'll give you 5 minutes to come up with the same, so that you guys hold on. I'm looking at the projector. Okay. So make sure you guys are currently arrived at the same what is quarters to interface as I am right now, which is having this text here. So I'll give you 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Sir,
Yep.
can you repeat the first step again?
The first step of quarters.
Yes. Yeah, this one. This one.
This one. All right. So let me close this first. Nope. Right. Okay, now this is the first page that you're seeing after you've finished this summary. Once the summary has being shown, you click finish, you will be seeing this page. I mean, the apa yang please wait apa semua tu, yang tadi macam kawan awak tunjuk tadi tu, yang blue window tu, you have to wait until that is finished. Once that is finished, then baru kita boleh buat yang step 6 ni, which is to click file new, ataupun macam saya suka tekan ni dia, and then click Verilog HDL files. Okay, then click OK. Then you'll see this text editor lah. So macam saya cakap, saya efficient, saya copy je sebab saya pakai Foxit PDF ni, saya boleh copy je words yang dia suruh kita type ni, sebab saya nak mengurangkan error typo. Biasalah kita, again, I reiterate, we are not learning programming, we are learning how to use this software, so it is justifiable for us to Ctrl C and Ctrl V. And tapi for those yang nak type, just remember this symbol yang between A and B ni sebenarnya simbol OR lah ni. Sebab kalau awak tengok lab manual awak tu, yang PreLab tu, nampak? OR, gambar dia macam ni. Simbol untuk Verilog operator dia, this one. Saya tak tahu apa nama panggil ni, tapi for those who wants to find it on your keyboard, it's under backspace on top of enter. So you see apa nama slash backward slash, tapi atas itu ada simbol yang awak nak ni lah. So in order to get to that symbol, you have to press shift backspace back slash, so you'll get the symbol like this, for example. Oh, saya silap sini. Wait a second. So macam ni, saya nak dia keluarkan, saya tekan shift, tu keluarlah simbol tu. Okay. Itu dah. Saya filter dulu kecil sangat. Any issue here? If you have an issue, don't jangan malu-malu tanya sebab the first step is the most important step. Kalau awak first step ni salah, sana kita nak pergi ke part C, 4D nanti. Anybody has any issue? Most of you boleh follow ke saya punya step sampai yang stage ni? Ya, Ahmad Haziq, ada question ke?
Tak ada, sir.
Tak ada. Okay, kalau dah, since semua orang senyap, saya assume tak ada issue. Kalau ada issue, please interrupt me. I'm more than ready to try to help you lah. Okay, but if there's nobody giving me any feedback, I'll continue. So next is to click File, Save As, and it is advised that you put it in under the same folder that you have created when you trying to set up the Quartus software ni, which is under lab EEE250. So supposedly you need to save, make sure the directory and save as Verilog. And then the name is lab 1 sebab kita memang ada satu apa ni tu, lagi kita pun tengah buat lab 1 pun. Make sure dia punya Verilog save ni is .v.vlg.vlog Verilog. Then click save. So this will be the first apa ni Verilog HDL programming yang kita akan buat. Semua orang okay? Any issue? Tak ada. Okay, kalau tak ada, then bolehlah kita continue to step 8, which is click on the purple triangle icon. This one. Nampak tak mouse saya tu? Komputer saya, monitor saya kecil, so saya takut tak nampak. Tapi itulah nampak tu, dia gerak tu. Kalau tengok kat OBS ni, nampak dia gerak. This one. So just click on the purple triangle. Give it a few seconds sebab dia tengah in progress. This one depends on the speed of your computer. If you have SSD, chances are it'll be good. Saya pun pakai laptop ni, jangan salah ingat saya pakai komputer canggih ke apa, tak. Saya punya pun laptop, tapi laptop saya ROG lah. ROG apa, tapi yang lama punya ROG, GTX 1070, so tak adalah canggih sangat. But since saya install dekat SSD, so it's much faster lah. So kalau komputer awak, laptop awak tu pun ROG ke apa ke, tapi awak install dekat hard disk drive, HDD, awak punya Windows tu dekat hard disk drive, chances are you have to wait a bit longer lah. Bukan masa dia rosak, just wait. So macam saya dah siap, full compilation was successful with 12 warnings. Tapi warnings tu boleh abaikan lah, kita just nak buat simulation, tak perlu nak critical sangat tengok apa yang error. So klik, dia kata suruh tengok during the compilation, the flow summary windows will pop up. Figure 2.7 shows the final summary after completing compilation. So samalah, kita ada time crash timing analyzer, kita ada flow summary, and we'll be able to see total PLLS. Mana warning lah? Ya. Total warning ada. Ada pula nampak total warning. Okay, then just click OK lah. So kita dah buat model kan dia. Now kita dah model, we want to look at the output. Kita kena guna model sim software. Okay, so far sebelum kita proceed to the part A2 ni, nak tanya, ada anybody has any issue getting this compilation report?
Nothing, sir.
Nothing. Saya tunggu lagi a few minutes just in case ada yang ada tapi dia tengah tunggu apa, dia punya komputer habiskan apa dia punya compilation ni.
Sir.
Yeah.
My compiling was not successful.
Okay, can you please show to me what is being shown there?
This one, sir.
Okay. 3 was not successful, 3 errors. Okay. Tap okay, saya tengok apa yang ada di situ. Klik okay. That one is undefined.
Oh,
Macam mana awak save as? Awak save as? Tengok
let-
macam mana awak buat dia pun. Save as.
eh, eh,
Tu kena padam dulu. That one. Tu.
this one lah. That one.
Nama tu kena buat sama.
Okay.
Sebab awak pakai L besar, dia tak detect apa. Cuba try. Tukar nama jadi L kecil. Tu. Tunggu je
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Tadi saya buat window kan. So nama programming ni memang isu dia tu penamaan folder tu, penamaan bukan folder, penamaan file name dia critical sikit. Tak boleh ada space, tak boleh ada simbol depan. And if you want to save it, you have to follow what is being typed on the program punya module program punya teks lah yang awak dah taruh. Kalau L kecil, L besar kena follow. Anybody else has any other issues? So kita main 4A and 4B je, so it's not going to be very keluar kabut lah. Saya bagi masa lah sebab bertatih tu yang paling penting before aku berlari. So I want to make sure everyone bertatih dengan proper. So itulah. Yang dah siap tu relax je lah dulu makan dulu apa ke, sebentar tunggu kawan-kawan yang lain. Tak ada? Okay, kalau tak ada, then kita proceed dengan part A2 lah, which is Model Sim Simulation Software of the OR Gate yang kita dah buat tadi. Before kita proceed, OR Gate. Apa yang saya cakap maksudkan dengan OR Gate tu, which is this one ni lah. Assign Y equals to A or B. Ni sebenarnya OR Gate ni. OR ni, simbol ni. So instead of sebelum ni, awak kalau macam zaman saya dulu, when I was at your level, diploma students, saya every single time saya nak pakai digital ataupun nak buat digital circuit, saya memang kena lukis benda ni. And baru dapat output. Leceh. Whereby, since awak ada software VHDL Verilog ni, just type dia assign Y sama dengan A or B, ataupun katalah nak tambah N ke apa kan. Tambah kat situ. Tambah XOR ke apa ke. Buat satu line je terus. Pak. Siap awak punya modeling on simulation. Macam ni kita buat OR je dulu sebab nak biasakan diri pakai ni. So kita, ni lah kita punya modeling kita. Ni lah digital circuit kita. Y equals to A or B. And then tutup program. And module. Senang je. Okay. If tak ada, saya saja elaborate tadi sebab kalau nak tunggu kalau ada kawan nak tanya ke. Tapi since tak ada, then kita bolehlah proceed to multisim. So for me, multisim saya tak ada icon dekat desktop. Saya tersalah tick ke apa ke. So apa ni lah, saya kena every single time. Saya share screen Windows ke? Ni. Saya besarkan kejap. Oh sorry, mouse saya kat sana. Saya besarkan sekejap ya. Okay, ni saya punya Windows. Tak, saya punya screen tak ada multi-sim punya icon. So every single time, instead of saya tersilap tick ke apa ke, saya tertinggal tadi time install. So saya tak nampak. So every time saya kena mudah. Model SIM mati pula. Tu model SIM. So dah install, tapi since saya tak ada tick apa saya tersilap step installation tu, tak nampak icon tu. So saya just search lah. Search and then model SIM, you should be able to open the software lah. Belum Okay, siap. So saya nak, macam mana saya nak asingkan ni? Okay, model SIM ni saya letak bawah dulu kot. Saya kena letak this one sebelah. Saya present macam ni, tak nampak muka lah, tak apalah. Sebab yang model SIM ni okay, saya buat tadi lah sebab saya nak kena tunjuk muka, bukan sebab saya nak rasa handsome ke apa, tak. Untuk tujuan audit. Menunjukkan yang saya ni bukan sembang sorang-sorang je lah. Macam mana saya punya ni tadi, saya nak buka quarters ni. So instead of saya tunjuk semua ni, tak boleh gerak. So saya kena letak dia macam ni. Okay, give me a second. Nak adjust OBS ni. Macam ni, and then tak di sebelah sini. Alright. Canggih kan sama IT. Okay, next kita tengok lab manual tu. Dia suruh kita klik jumpstart icon. Tapi just to be sure, make sure korang punya model SIM Altera 10.3D sama. Model SIM Altera 10.3D. And then this is also one of the reasons saya tak nak buat face to face. Because saya batuk semua, takut nanti menjangkit korang. Ni baru nak recover sikit lah. Okay, so klik jumpstart icon. So jumpstart icon nampak kat sini. Jumpstart. Dan disuruh kita create the project. And in the create a project window, for project name column, type lab1 cmu. So lab1 underscore cmu. Then click OK. Project location, Altera, work, copy settings from, okay, tak apa. Click OK. And nanti tak ubah. Okay, siap. And when add an item to the project windows pop up, which is this one, ni yang depan. Kenapa saya semua padam? Sorry sekejap. Saya tak faham. Saya punya tiba-tiba ter-minimize pula. Sorry mana. Okay. So awak akan nampak yang ni, which is add item to the project window pop-up, and then click add existing file. Okay. Click add existing file, which is this one. And sebab tadi kan kita dah buat pakai apa nama Verilog HTL tadi tu, so kita cari baliklah file tadi. So in add file to project window, for file name column, click browse, which is this one. And then click on lab1.v. Since kita ada dekat sini, oh ni kat folder lain C Altera 50.0 EE250. Okay. Altera. Ni. Yang kita save tadi. Tadi if you haven't changed the project location, you should see your browse project tu dekat 15.0 sebab dia tengok yang dekat file location project. But since kita pakai kita save tadi dekat apa nama? Altera 91. So you should be able to see your EEE250 yang kita dah buat dekat PreLab tadi lah, which is yang this one. And then dia suruh kita klik lab1.v. Okay, and then click open. Then click OK. So now you see your lab1.v. And then create new file. Okay, before kita proceed, ada siapa-siapa ada masalah, tak faham ke cara yang saya tunjuk tadi tu? Saya bagi dalam 5 minit before proceed. Kalau tak ada siapa yang tanya-tanya, then kita proceed. But for now, saya tunggu kok ada yang tengah apa? Slowly tengah ni, sebab patutnya senang ni benda ni. Just nak open file tapi dia nak mencari file yang dia save tadi tu. Pun boleh tanya, kok saya pun tahu nak cari kat mana.
Sir.
Yep.
I can't find model SIM on my laptop.
Okay, can you share your screen?
Sure. There's no model SIM.
Have you installed model SIM from the link?
Installed.
You're supposed to install the link from. Okay, let me share my screen. The way you're sharing, I think, because you haven't installed the model SIM. Hold on. Okay, you're supposed to. WhatsApp. Let me open the one that I've shown you yesterday. Give me a second. Oh, this is quarters 9. The one that
Sir,
yeah.
I think the link you give us yesterday
It's only for
it's only for Altera. For the model SIM setup, I think it is on the lab manual.
yeah, let me know. Sorry. I think I've told you that okay, if you look at your group chat, Google WhatsApp group, I've mentioned in yesterday at 8:54 p.m. I guess some of you don't understand what I've just discussed, which is basically the link that I've shown to you. Let me share this on the screen. So if you look at here, yesterday, you guys can try this link to install quarters 9. So if you click on the link, you'll be able to see quarters 9. But for the multi-SIM, model SIM, you still have to use the lab manual link. So yeah, I've already mentioned it to you guys yesterday, but I guess it is lost in translation, or maybe you guys overlooked it. But you still need to go through the link here. So if you open it, click on the link. You still need to install Cyclone and also Model SIM. I mean, Cyclone, you just download it and put it on the same folder as the Altera software lah. But you still need to download this and install it. The link that I've shared to you yesterday is just to substitute this Quartus setup web, because apparently Quartus setup web 15.0 has issues with driver installation, meaning they need to have the updated driver. So actually there are workaways, but it's just that it's a bit more pening lah, hassle sikit kalau pakai Quartus 15.0 ni. So that's why saya advise install yang saya bagi kat Google WhatsApp tu, which is this one. So this one yang kita pakai tadi is Quartus 9. Yang dia suruh dalam lab manual tu, yang dia bagi link tu is saya dah pening kat banyak-banyak ni. This one. Is Quartus 15. So it's not a different software. It is a different software, tapi saya dah memudahkan kerja awak. But you still need to install model SIM setup 15.0. Sorry kalau awak tak clear apa yang saya cakap semalam tu. But that's what I meant lah. You still need to install Quartus 50.0, which is you'll see this model SIM. Model SIM 50.0. Awak kena install juga. That said, dia tak install lagi. Tak apalah, saya take a break dalam 10-15 minit untuk tunggu awak install your model SIM before saya proceed dengan the next step, part A2. Boleh? Boleh kan?
Boleh sir.
Okay. So korang try install dulu, saya tunggu dia. Okay ke so far? Dah be installed?
Okay, sir.
Alright, so kita boleh proceed
Boleh sir.
Right. So cepat ni cepat kita habis. Okay, so untuk procedure 2, I have been warned that it's going to be a bit confusing, but if you follow to the T, down to the T, supposedly it's going to be very, you should be able to get the waveform lah. Let's say punya okay. Oh yeah, alright. So tadi kita dah buat yang lab1.v. It's just an existing file lah, which is find the file that you've created in quarters tadi tu dalam folder yang awak dah create for your quarters tadi yang awak dah mention lab1 tadi tu. Just find it and add it into the apa nama project lah basically. And then you have to create new file. Ni saya dah buat ke? Saya boleh pilih. Okay. And then when the create project file windows pop up, make sure all settings are shown in finger 2.8. Which is the file name is lab1hdl. Membezakan dengan yang quarters tadi tu. And then dia punya file type is verilog, bukan vhdl. And that's it lah. And then click OK. There you'll see your lab1 HDL. Then double, ni dah boleh tutup lah, dah tak pakai dah. So now double click lab1 HDL, then you see the text editor. If you want to see it more clearly, you can just drag it like this. Sabar. Okay. So type the following. Macam saya cakap tadi, I'm efficient kind of guy. So saya tak nak error typo. Saya bukan nak belajar programming untuk sini. So saya Ctrl C. And then going to the text editor, I'll just tap Ctrl V. Soalnya. Oh, dah ada updated ni lagi saya nak nampak. Tapi tak apa, nanti saya follow. But for now, ni lah. Apa nama? Saya copy and paste. Not because saya nak senang sangat. It's more on efficiency and also accuracy. Sebab typo error is real. Now yang ni maybe 25 line tak ada isu. Kalau nantilah ada example yang mana kita buat sampai 100 or 2000 line and suddenly you tersilap instead of maybe this symbol yang ulat cacing ni kecil boleh zoom in okay. Boleh zoom in tak boleh zoom in it's fine. Saya salah tekan. Dia keluar pula. Tak boleh zoom in. Sorry saya kalau tak nampak ni apparently saya tak boleh zoom in. So basically inilah. Contoh dalam ni ada cacing ni, awak tiba-tiba buat dash. Bayangkan you have 2 to 10,000 punya line of coding macro key apa nama verilog ni. So jenuh lah nak mencari. So it's much better kalau dah ada code macam ni, ambil copy paste. Kita mengelakkan typo. This is if you're not coding on yourself lah. I mean if you code on yourself nak tak nak kena pakai kena tengok lah sendiri. Tapi kalau if you're just trying to see whether the code being supplied is correct or not, to avoid any typo error, seboleh-bolehnya bila berprogramming, Ctrl C, Ctrl V lah, where applicable. Okay, and then okay, so far the issue nak buat lab1.v ni dengan lab1 hdl.v. Anybody has any issue that might need some clarification? Tak ada, okay, if not, then we proceed. Then right click either on lab1 hdl.v or lab1.v and choose compile all. So dah siap, kita right click di mana-mana, then compile and go to compile all. Click on it until a green check mark. Okay, macam saya, I'm not sure how fast it is in your computer, but apparently in my case agak cepat. So just to let you know, kalau lambat tu means most probably sebab hard disk drive lah, awak tak pakai SSD, so that might contribute to the lambat. Tapi it shouldn't be that much lah kot, sebab code ni pun simple je, tak susah pun. 25 line je, shouldn't be that long lah for it to compile. And then until a green check mark appears and successful message appears in the transcript window. So this is the transcript window, this one. So all of it are showing green check mark and also successful message, which is, yeah, I can see tons of success, full successful. So it shows the code is okay. There's no typo error and whatnot. And then file quit. And then click yes. Yes, I guess. But the mention click yes. Oh. Then reopen the model scene. So some tips, if you guys don't want, macam saya ni, saya every single time saya kena type model sim dekat search tu, the other way is you pin the model sim icon on the taskbar. So next time tak payah nak click every single time, sebab apparently kita kena banyak keluar masuk ni. So in the pop-up window, sebab kita dah ada yang kita dah buat tadi, so we can just click close and go to the one and then click simulate and start simulation. Sebab ni dah ada dah. Why is it not showing tick? Never mind, kita try simulate and start simulation. Okay, so on the start simulation, choose the setting as shown in figure 2.10, which is work, expand, and then lab 1. You only have lab 1. Hold on, where's the T? I think it's because saya punya ni tadi tak. Is it because saya did something wrong tadi? Saya tekan apa tadi? Okay, let me double check. Compile all. Then I need to reopen my code. Make it taskbar. Okay, dah. And then saya click juga. Ya, ada soalan ke?
Bila compile all jadi dot tanda pakoh.
Okay, sekejap saya tengok nanti tadi. Kenapa wish kat ni? Sekejap. Nanti saya settlekan saya punya dulu, nanti saya tolong awak. I guess tadi saya ada salah tekan something kot. So dia lab 1 HDL ni dia apa? Error. Apa question mark. So saya compile balik and then now I can see the T lah. Okay, saya stop kat sini dulu. Okay, tadi siapa tadi? Sorry.
Saya je.
Boleh share your screen? Dia tanda pangkat.
Betul dia.
Sebab awak pakai VHD, awak kena .v. So save as yang tu padam, buang. Right click, remove from project. Yang bawah add to project tu. Tu remove. Okay. Okay, now save as balik.
Ni.
Mana save as? Tadi, step tadi, save as. Saya pun tak ingat. Ya. Awak kena create project file. New.
Okay, saya buat mula.
You don't have to apa ni? Buat semula lah. Okay, jump start, create project. Jangan space That one underscore simu. Yes. Okay, create add existing file dulu. Cari yang tadi lab1.mv apa? Lab1v yang tu. Right. Sorry. Awak kena patah balik. Tu file type tu kena verilog. Awak buat default tu. Okay. Yes. Kena buang dulu lah yang lab1.v. Actually tak apalah, buatlah. Okay. Then awak buat yang apa tu lah? Yang apa lab1 EHDL, which is create new file. Okay, cuba yang apa? Double click lab1 VHDL tu, masukkan yang type saja. Add apa? Double click. Masukkan type tu. Words itu. And then right click, compile all. Dah, okay lah.
Okay, thanks, sir.
Alright. Anybody else has any issues that you might want me to help you with? Tak ada eh? Okay, kalau tak ada, then we'll continue with the steps of step 15 step 15 eh. So basically, we'll need to make sure that the start simulation choose, and then under work, choose T, which is the lab 1 HDL that we've just created. And then make sure everything is in order, resolution default, okay, and then click OK. Now we'll wait for the simulation. While it's being done, so just wait for a bit. Okay, I think it's done. So we can follow the next step, which is to view, click view and then wave. Right. Is it done? Yeah, I think so. And then select the add to wave. Add to wave, and then signal in design, just follow the steps. Add to wave. Signals in design, I don't see that. All items in design. Hold on, add to wave. Signals in design. Give me a second. Maybe the display is different than the one that is being shown here because we are using different quarters. This one has I just received this from my colleagues. So let me double check. Where is this add to? Let me see this one. There you go. So I can't find these add to wave signals in design or all items in design. I can only find this. Hold on, let me figure this out. Okay, I'm not sure why I have to expand the view, and only then I'll able to see the add to wave and then all items in design according to apa nama lab tadi. So tadi tak nampak. I'm not sure. Maybe because the time is just finished with the wave. So itulah. So okay, now kita dah nampak yang ni. Once we click that, and then now we change the timing to 3 microsecond, or better yet, just type 3. Then for PS, type U. Now it's 3 microsecond, and then click the button run. Where's the run button? Should be here. This is Zoom. This one. Right next to the apa nama? Timing window there. One. So there you see the. Oh, sorry. I think I need to extend this. Give me a second here. So I click the timer here, and then I clicked on run, three, and then U, and then I click on the run button right next to it, and then after that you can see there's a change in the interface where the wave default shows these figures lah. So far, anybody has any issues? I don't know why tadi kena besarkan screen baru nampak apa add to button tadi. So maybe saya salah klik ke apa. So just double check on me lah, on your side kalau betul sama juga macam saya. Semua orang okay ke? Good, saya mute ni sebenarnya ni. I'll wait for feedback. Takut ada yang nak tanya. Dia yang ni leceh sikit lah sebab dia punya steps tu not very clear, tapi itulah saya tunggu. Until step 16, anybody has any issues?
Sir.
Yep.
I have a problem. When masa add to wave tu.
Dia tak keluar macam yang cakap tu.
Yes. I don't know how to expand.
Okay, sekejap ya. Minta share screen awak, nak tengok. Okay, can I have a look at your add to it?
Okay, add to wave.
Awak ni macam tak buat lagi ni. The step apa ni? Step awak dah reopen dah multi-sim
Dah reopen lah.
Okay, awak dah run simulate on.
Start simulation.
But kat bawah ni dia error loading design.
Error design, why? Kau masukkan lab 2. Lab 2 tu is the same as the one yang kita dah buat tadi
Same.
Can you tutup, buka balik baru?
Buka balik.
Model SIM ni, buka balik baru, takut dia ni. Quit dulu. Okay, buka balik. It should be no error, saya tadi. Okay, close. Okay, simulate off.
Start simulation.
Work, and then key.
Still error.
Error design. Kita bisa buat select solution sana. Lab 2 .b tu dah. Can you double check your lab 2 punya .v tu? Takut takut is the different one yang kita dah buat tadi tu. Tengok dekat awak punya podcast tu.
Same lab to V.
Lab 2V. Ya, lab 1 awak tak yang taruh lab 2 ke?
I
No,
choose lab 2.
I suspect your quarters. Can you show to me your text editor dekat quarters tu for lab 2V tu? Sekejap apa lagi? Tengok awak punya lab1.htl punya text editor.
Text editor.
Lab1.htl. Awak just klik bawah tu je. Boleh tu. Sekejap. Ini awak copy paste kan? Tak ada bukan type sendiri kan?
Tak ada, copy paste.
Kalau awak copy paste shouldn't be an issue. Awak recompile balik lab1htl awak. Semua tu lah recompile, compile all. No error, kita tutup, buka balik.
So, model SIM.
Model SIM tutup. Close. Okay, then start simulation. Work T. Hai. Kenapa? Yang this one. Buka balik yang start simulation tadi tu. Nak tengok yang dia punya start simulation punya window pane tadi.
Ni.
Tu. Tengok jap. Okay, work T. Ya, hold on. Tunggu jap. C Altera lab 1. I think your location of your lab 1 HDL yang awak save ni is not the same folder, so dia jadi pelik sikit. So cuba awak buat balik yang lab 1 HDL tu, tapi awak savekan dia dekat folder yang sama dengan lab 2V awak. Maksudnya letak under dalam EEE250 tu. They should be in the same folder.
save as. Same folder.
Saya buat pun sama je sebenarnya macam awak. Okey je.
Mana?
Letak je lah. Save je lah. I don't think it's going to save your solve the problem. Tapi tak apa. Tengok simulate. Dia nak tengok lagi sekali. Yang simulate tadi tu, start simulation tadi tu. Hold on. Okay, tunggu sekejap. Yang tu work T tu. Nak tengok?
Work T.
Okay, hold on sekejap. Betul dah. Hold on ya. Error loading design. Awak punya ni saya kena refer somebody yang lagi okey kot. Nanti my advice is for now, since saya tak boleh nak advice sangat sebab tak ada depan mata sekolah juga. Tutup dulu, buang dulu yang lab 1 HDL.
Buang dulu.
Buang dulu lab 1 HDL tu. Maknanya awak start balik start
Okay.
daripada awal. Sebab saya rasa ada issue time awak nak create project file tu. Add file as type tu awak letak tak as very log?
Letak apa?
Betul dah very log.
Very log.
Sudah very log. Then tak apalah, awak try dulu yang lab 1 HDL tu, start daripada part A1, part A2, 10 tu balik.
Okay.
Saya rasa isu dengan yang lab 1 HDL tu. Remove. Okay, try. Yang start 10.
Then okay. Kena padam balik model sim.
Apa load error? Lab 1.b, lab 2 lah awak punya case.
This one.
That one. Add file type tu tukar Verilog. Actually tak ada mention pun, tapi kita buat dia. Okay. Then create a project. Create new file. Okay. Close. And then apalah yang next step tu, which is type. Compile all.
Done.
Okay, dah okay, padam. Dah padam printer padam. Okay, let's reopen. Okay, simulate. Tak simulate. Using work.
Bismillah.
Error loading design. Oh, awak punya lab 1 HDL tu kena compile sekali.
Kena compare sekali.
Compile all. Okay, padam lagi. Kau balik.
Still error.
Tidak ada. Tidak saya snapkan awak punya ni. Saya punya screen. Okay, sekejap hold on. Okay, saya simpan dulu. Okay, untuk awak hold on dulu. Maybe tengok kawan awak punya kerja dulu lah. Tapi for now, saya tak boleh nak advise sangat sebab saya sendiri pun tak faham kenapa keluar error loading design kalau awak punya apa ni dah okay. But for now, awak hold dulu. Awak tengok kawan awak punya progress dulu lah.
Right.
Alright.
Thank you, sir.
Betul. Ya, yang lain ada isu lebih kurang sama ke? Hopefully tak ramai lah sebab kalau kes macam tu saya kena refer dengan those yang lagi pakar pada saya lah sebab nampak gaya dah betul lah step kita tu. So, saya dapat. So it must be some other things yang I'm not sangat boleh so kena tanya lah. Semua orang dah dapat, anyway yang tak dapat tak macam tadi tu saya kena double check balik. Tapi you should be able to see your wave tu macam ni lah. Untuk step 16. Ada lagi ke yang tak dapat macam saya?
Sir,
Saya
saya tak dapat lagi yang model SIM tu.
model error loading. Okay, boleh share awak punya screen?
Okay.
Sorry, awak punya tak dapat model C tu maksudnya tak boleh install ke ataupun ada isu?
Bahagian file tu.
Okay, tak apa, awak present set. Okay, bahagian file. Awak buat apa ni? Awak add file
Daripada mula tu.
yang mula step pen tu? Sekejap sekejap, hold on. 15. Yang pada mula tu dia suruh awak add new file tapi bukan lab1 simu nama dia, lab1.v.
Oh, okay.
So
Maksudnya salah tadi. Okay.
awak buat lab1 simu tu yang create new file, awak nak add new file kan?
Jadi kena buat daripada mula balik je kan?
Tu saya nak tahu ni, awak kat stage mana awak nak cakap sekarang ni?
Ni, saya dah buat yang ni tadi. Rasanya file type ni salah lah kan?
Sekejap ya, hold on. Awak tengah buat lab 1C ni, file type tu tak apa, boleh je. Tak apa, awak try buat tengok apa yang awak nak buat ni.
Yang existing file tu.
Okay, add existing file, okay. Browse. Okay, awak kena cari yang awak buat apa nama, quarters tadi. Kat mana awak letak? Mana awak simpan lab 1 tadi? .v. Okay, macam ni. Awak buka quarters awak. Software yang tadi tu. Yang sebelum model C. This one. Okay, awak buka file. Save as. Tak boleh save as. Open. Buka open. Okay, awak letak ni dekat under awak apa, login tu awak drop down. Di atas, the top one. EEE250 tu, drop down, saya tengok. Okay, so now you put it under local C disk Altera 91 EEE250. Okay, now awak buka balik model C. Okay, add existing file. Okay, browse. Okay, drop down. Okay, Altera, local C disk Altera. Okay, 91. Okay, EE250. No. Back. Jangan keluar kabut. Tunggu. EE250. There. That one.v. Open. Okay, file default. Boleh ke buka Verilog? Okay. Okay, now create new file. Yang tadi tu lah, yang apa nama? Lab 1 HDL tu. Ke awak tak buat lagi?
Belum.
Buat yang tu. The next step, which is step 13 pula.
Okay.
Alright.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Anybody else have any issues? Saya tengah tanyakan case apa tadi? Najmi, siapa nama dia? Yang sambil-sambil nak tunggu kawan awak kalau kau nak tanya apa-apa, saya tanyakan yang case tadi tu. Orang lain tak ada isu Okay, untuk tadi tu siapa? Siapa tadi Najmi Siapa nama saya?
Syami.
Okay, Syami. Nanti saya get back pada awak once saya dapat feedback, tapi saya dah tanyakan lah. So untuk awak follow kawan awak dulu, yang mana yang dah berjaya tu, dapat sambung cara saya, and then saya akan get back pada awak lah, sebab kita pun masa pun tak banyak anda tinggal. Okay, let's save the share screen, window. Okay, for those yang berjaya macam saya, bukan berjaya ni, berjaya dapatkan waveform macam saya ni, kita boleh continue to step 17, which is to view the wave. Basically, we will be looking into this wave projector here. Click on the wave default window, and then click zoom in and zoom out if you want to see more, which is we want to see more, so we need to zoom in, press the zoom in button. Right. Tadi boleh. Okay, kena scroll sikit. So if you zoom in, then you'll see the result lah, the waveform much more clearer. So it depends on you how detailed you want to look, but for me, I guess this one is okay already. So now you can double check with waveform table PreLab that you have done. So if betul awak buat, you should tally lah, maksudnya cara nak baca dia. Bila A in is, this is 1 or 0, this is 1 and this is 0. Okay, saya zoom in lagi sekali. Okay, nampak ni 1, apa bawah tu dia tulis 1. Betul tak ni? Contohnya saya just kasi nampak lebih cantik, tapi tak boleh nampak. Attach. Okay, cantik tu. So for A in, you see that if you hover over the plot, you see that it shows 1. We are looking at berapa ni picosecond ni. So waktu dia 1, B bagi 0. So out there which is C shows 1. So 0 tambah 1 tambah 0 equals to 1 for apa nama OR gate. So the same thing lah. Kalau yang YAB ni, inilah yang YAB, tapi kita tengok yang ni A in, B in, C out, sebab kita nak tallykan dengan table yang kita dah buat PreLab tadi. So A in is 1, B in is 0, so C in is 1. Saya hover tu dia tunjuk yang atas, sebab tunjuk tadi 1 So kalau ikutkan 0, 1, 1, betul. Okay, then kita try confirm pula 1, 0 dengan 1. Okay, kita create 1, 0, which is A in, tadi kita buat A in 1, 0. Now kita tengok 0, 1 pula. So this one 0, and this one is 1, 0, 0. Kita cari 0, 1. This one. This one is 0. A in is 1. So result should be 1 juga. 1. Betul lah. 0, 1, 1. So simulation ni betul lah as per awak punya theoretical yang awak belajar. Then tak puas hati lagi sebab ada 4 je kan. Boleh lah test 1, 1. Okay, 0, 0, 0. 2, 2, 0. E out pun 0. 0. And then saya kata 0, so saya tengok position yang kalau kita hover tu nampak yang paling last kali tu PS and then 0 position lah. Ini position ST0. ST1. ST tu kita abaikan lah ST tu, kita tengok yang nombor belakang paling last kali. Okay, and then 111. So we'll have a look at 111. So okay, this one. 1. Position of A in is 1. Position of B in is 1. Therefore, therefore the resultant output is also 1. Okay. So betul lah awak punya PreLab dan juga hasil yang awak dapat daripada simulation. Maknanya simulation betul. Betul. So ni awak kena double check dengan teori . Okay, anybody ada any kind of issue before kita masuk ke yang structural punya pula, part B? Ni sikit B lah, better.
Nobody has any issue So saya nak proceed ke part B ni. Part B ni dah structural. So as you can see dia punya ni lagi lagi leceh sikit lah. Panjang. Part C, part B. Oh, part B sikit je. Anybody has an issue? If not, then I'll proceed with the next step. Boleh? Semua tengah buat lagi Okay, tak apa, saya tunggu. Syami tadi, boleh tak? Saya nak try Ahmad Syami tadi.
Saya.
Cuba yang awak try, lepas awak compile all tadi, terus start simulation. Bila awak dah berjaya compile all tadi, tak payah tutup. Terus buat simulate start simulation.
Okay.
Tengok. Ada sama tak? Error tak?
Still same, sir.
Still the same Okay, tak apa. Hold on dulu. Kod ada solution hebat nanti. Okay, never mind. For the rest of us, if you guys have no issue understanding the previous lab, then we'll continue with structural Verilog HDL or gate. Okay, so this one kita tutup dulu sebab dia memang saya rasa dia nak reset balik dia punya settings itu. So close it out. Close all everything first. and also the quarters. All right, so everything is closed. Now I want to go back to presenting this. All right. Okay, so make sure quarters 2 50.0 and model sim Altera 10.3D are closed. Click on quarters 2, maknanya restart balik quarters 2 tadi tu. Alright. Second. Okay, so Windows Capture. Windows Capture. So kita start balik dengan ni. And repeat step 1 until 6 as part A1 behavioral. So basically kita kena create new project and then ikut dalam balik, saya lupa apa step dia. This one. Not this one, sorry. Tak keluar apa. Okay, this one. So kita ulang balik sebab saya pun dah tak ingat dah banyak dengan benda yang cakap tadi. Step 1 to step 3. Step 6. So click new wizard, new project wizard, introduction, click next. And then make sure nama sama EEE250. So kita buka EEE250. We go up from Altera 91. Okay, EEE250. And then open. So for this one, saya nak kasih dia beza, taruhlah lab 1D. Okay, next. Sebab nanti kan kalau buat lab 1, nanti kan lab 1 yang lama hilang. So nanti awak nak copy paste ke apa, dia punya text coding semua tu kan hilang pula. Takkan nak buat balik. So kita create a new project lah, nama lab 1B. And then next. Continue project. Should edit speed while working on one project could affect the other project. Do you want to? Yes. Right. Next. Tak boleh, dia tak kasih Okay, sorry, saya klik yes, sebab klik no. Sebab kita nak pakai folder yang sama, tak nak penyimpan dia, and then setting pun kita tak ada ubah apa, so kita boleh pakai the same folder lah. And then we click next until the same area here. Now I've been informed that based on, okay, again, you can choose any kind of devices for this, but the family must be Cyclone. But I was informed that in a practical manner, hold on, it is advisable for us to choose Cyclone 2 because this is the fastest. In what way is the fastest? We'll see. Okay, Cyclone 2. And then select EP2PC, EP2C35, EPC2. Sorry, I need to share. Okay, tak apa, awak ikut saya ni. 672C6, 672C6. EP2C35 F672C6. This one. Okay, actually untuk our application, we don't need to be as detailed as this. This is for other subjects. But if I think it's more on the compilation during quarters punya ni, dah cepat lah kot. So if you want to follow, I guess you can try EP2C. Saya besarkan kot. Dapat. Maybe I'll put this here.
No, put this here. No, tak dapat juga. Saya type dekat ruang komen lah. Nak cerita. Okay, I don't think it's gonna affect so much on your learning phone. Tapi since it is stated by my colleagues to be faster, so I just want to try. But it's up to you. If you don't want to try, just click on any of the sebab kita punya apa, we apply this only on a small scale punya simulation. It shouldn't be that long pun. But if you want to try, I'll put there the model device number EP2C359F672C6. Try to search it from there, and then choose it lah. But this one is Cyclone 2, bukan Cyclone 4. Boleh? And then click next kalau tak ada apa-apa. And next. Dah tak ada apa-apa. Then click finish. Check in your in what you call this, the chat message for the module number, device number, if you want to have a look and have a try the same as me. But there's no problem if you choose any other devices. Just to let you know. Sebab tadi pun waktu yang kita buat yang the first part A tu pun kita main choose any kind of device boleh jalan. Cuma whether I think it's more on how cepat or lambat lah you compile your words. Boleh saya proceed? Boleh ke? Semua orang okey? Saya rasa saya dah skip one apa ni dah. Sepatutnya nampak apa ni? Simulation ni. Saya punya lab tu dah betul tapi directory saya buat EEE250 juga. Tapi I don't think ni lah cuma sebab setting pun betul sama je. Senyap je, semua orang okey ke? Boleh follow? Are you on the same page as I am? Should I wait or can I proceed? Kenapa lab 1B? Oh, saya taruh lab 1B. Patutnya lab 2 tapi saya taruh je lab 1B. Silap saya. Ni saya for you, I think better follow lah lab 2. Lab 2B ke apa-apa nama yang awak prefer lah. But for me, saya dah tulis lab 1B, malas pula saya nak ubah. Senyap je, semua orang okey ke? Boleh? Are we on the same page? Ke dah laju ke depan dah?
Sir,
Ya,
tadi tu saya dah dapat balik.
dah boleh dah?
Dah,
Awak buat macam mana?
buat balik dari quarters.
Oh, maknanya kuartus awak lah tu tadi ada silap something.
Tadi saya buat leg 2. Jadi tukar leg 1.
Nama shouldn't be an issue if it's just saya rasa ada step-step tu yang termusau apa. Yang lain? Macam mana? Bolehkah saya proceed? Kau nak tunggu juga sebab ni dah pukul 11. Kita nak habiskan yang ni je lagi tinggal. Tapi tak naklah saya sembrono seorang cerita. Saya rasa ni pun jadi isu kan ni. Tak apalah, saya buatlah lab tu jugalah. Terus saya create file. Dia suruh tukar nama menjadi S2. Contohnya Lab 2 and then is that one artistics name the project as Lab 2. Next. Yes. Next. Cycle 2. Next. Okay, so summary. Finish. Go back to cycle 2. PCX. And we are now at Lab 2. Alright. Siap je, semua orang okey ke? Saya tak dapat feedback ni, saya takut nak masuk ke depan. Or anything else yang saya perlu bagi help awak untuk make sure kita on the same page. Boleh semua orang? Somebody give me any feedback?
Tengah buat part B.
Tapi dah sama page ke ataupun awak dah proceed ke depan lah? Kalau tak saya proceed ke depan ni.
Baru nak masuk.
Baru masuk. Dan saya bagi korang 10 minit lah kot, baru saya on mic balik. Kalau nak tanya, tanya terang kan, saya ada je kat sini.
Sorry interrupt jap. Yang Syahmi tadi, I think your issue tu, problem awak tu sebab ni. Awak masukkan dekat text editor, module lab 1, output Y, input A and B. Tapi nama file awak lab 2 tadi, yang mula-mula tadi. So I think that's the reason why bila awak, when you change your file name to lab 1, and now it works. Sebab awak copy text, awak copy text ni and put it into your quarters tu. Sebab tu bila awak buat balik and you name it as lab 1, and now it works. Because D is actually the file name that you put in the project punya design tu lah. So that's one of the reason lah, I think lah. So kalau tak percaya, buat balik yang lab 2 tadi tu, bukan buat balik, buka balik yang lab 2 tadi tu, and then tukar this text editor format dalam tu kepada lab 2. I think it's going to work for your case. Just my hypothesis lah, betul tak betul tu, I need to be in front of your PC lah to confirm, but you can just double check lah. Okay, is everyone has already reached the same stage as I am in lab part B? Sorry. I am currently in step 3 in part B, which is to click in key in the code into the text editor. Yes. Make sure the file name, make sure the same. So lab 2. So this one will also be lab 2. So if you put here when you create the project, macam tadi saya tadi mula-mula tadi sebelum saya crack kan, saya taruh lab 1B. So lab 1B lah kat sini. Ni bahagian lab 2. So make sure tally Macam saya dah ubah balik, saya dah follow balik instruction ni sebiji-sebiji. So bila dia suruh untuk for part B ni, we name our folder as our project as lab 2. So saya dah buka, saya dah buat balik. So now we'll see the lab 2. And then saya boleh copy direct lah, tak payah nak ubah apa-apa daripada text yang daripada lab manual tu. Boleh? Ke masih lagi buat lagi? Anybody has any problem?
Sir,
Yep.
how to observe the wave?
How to observe the wave? Okay, let me open mine. Hold on, let my PC load everything up. Okay, so can you guys see my page? Hold on. Oh, okay. Hold on. Give me a second. Setting up my OBS. Right. So this is the wave. Now I undock the wave so that we can have a better look into the wave. So this is the wave. Now if I zoom in is just using this button. Mana pula dia? Kenapa zoom in tu hilang pula? Oh ni. Let me out. Ini kita. Okay. Choose anywhere lah. Okay, mana lagi that manual? Okay, that manual lah. How can I show the lab manual at the same time with this one? It's okay. Okay, kita tengok yang ni. A in. Ni, A in. Ke kecil sangat? Boleh nampak ke? Boleh?
Boleh,
A in.
sir.
B in. So A in, B in, and then C out. C out. So kita tengok tiga atas ni. Nak tengok tiga bawah ni pun boleh juga. Tapi itu lebih kepada yang simbol ni lah. So actually benda yang sama je. Tapi tak perlu kita tengok yang nak senang faham ni. A in, B in, and C out. So for A in, B in, and C out, 0, 0, 0, C out should also produce 0. So now kita tengok sini. This is 0. A in, B in. Ni saya kena scroll the bawah sikit. B in is also 0. So C out becomes also 0. Nampak? Ni atas ni kod 1. Yang kalau dia naik atas ni 1. Kalau kat bawah ni kosong. Samalah. Kosong ni 1. Ni kosong ni 1. So macam saya hoverkan je mouse saya atas simbol tu. So you should be able to get the readings. Kosong, kosong, kosong. So betul. Then the next one kita tengok we'll look at A in which shows 0, B in which shows 1, C out supposedly shows 1. So kita tengok mana yang 0, 1. This one lah. 0 A in, B in is 1 and therefore C out is 1. 0, 1, 1. Okay, then kita confirm pula dengan the other one which is 1, 0, 1. A in is 1. Okay, 1. B in is 0. This is 1, 1, 0. Okay. A in is 1. B in is 0, which is this one. And then C out should show 1. So 1, 0, C out is 1. There, 1. Between C in and between B in and C out is a bit closer, so that's why susah sikit nak. Kalau awak salah hover tu dia tunjuk 0 tapi sebenarnya 1 awak kena bawahkan sikit. Dekat area C out tu then you should see 1. When I told you 1, tengok yang nombor paling last sekali dalam kotak tu. Macam atas ni nombor paling last dia kosong. Yang ni sebab dia out, so dia ada dia punya standard lah. Kalau XOR dia ada X1 for example. Nanti tengoklah nanti next class. Tapi yang untuk macam kita pakai OR ni tak ada apa-apa inverted, tak ada X sampai kat depan dia tu. So kita pakai standard punya standard punya OR. So sebab tu ada ST depan tu. Tapi what we are interested in is the last number. So ni macam ni the last number is 1. Ni the last number is 0. And for C out the last number is ST1. Kita ambil yang 1 dulu lah. So dah tally dah 2. A3, now the last one which is 1, 1. A in 1, B in 1. Based on our theory, it should show the output as also 1. So, okay, this one. 1, A in 1, B in 1,
T out pun 1. So betul lah. Teori and the simulation betul dia ikut sama ikut teori. Boleh ke? Faham ke? So nanti your lab sheet untuk discussion, kalau boleh paste gambar, awak paste gambar wave ni yang mana untuk 000 ambil lah ni gambar yang this section. Contoh kalau saya snap gambar ni. Hold on. This is 000. A in 0, E in 0, C out 0. And then let's say awak nak tunjuk yang 111 ni. Yang ni maintain sama. Dia punya kepala depan. Tapi yang dia punya, dia punya plot dia tu is this one. A in 1, B in 1, C out 1. Then put it in your lab sheet. Boleh ke?
Boleh, sir.
Yang awak ambil concern is yang huruf kecil tu je lah. Yang YAB tu is more on ni lah. Dia ulang balik pun dia sebenarnya bukan yang benda pun. Okay, kalau boleh kita proceed yang the other one, part B. Yang saya dah stage saya tadi tu. Boleh? Untuk step part B kita tutup dulu model sim ni jangan buka sebab nanti kan takut actually boleh je tapi dia tak nak awak confuse, so tutup dulu model sim tu waktu buat part B. Make sure dah save lah, jangan awak tutup tak save lah, kan kena buat dulu kali kerja bang. Can we proceed to part B?
Can, sir.
Alright. Okay, so for part B, I'm already at step 3, which is to key in the code as per lab manual. But again, saya highlight, your file name should be the same as the one that you insert here. So if let's say you create file in quarters using the name lab1b, for example, the one that I've done just now, before I change it to lab 2. So this one will need to change to lab1b. If your name, again, if you name the file lab1b, but since I've already followed the lab manual, which is to name the file name as lab 2. So I just copy and paste lah yang instruction dalam lab manual dia. Ini dah boleh. And then file, save as. Again follow the lab manual step. Oh sorry, I need to show in OBS. Hold on ya. Capture of files. Okay, so save as and then tengok step manual tu, which is should be saved dekat lab 2. This one lah. Dalam lab 2 dah pun. Altera 91 EEE250, and then sebab tadi saya dah ikut follow yang step atas tu, saya buat satu folder dalam EE250 for our new project, so I've been there. Inilah same folder. Name lab 2 sebab kena sama dengan you have to be the same as the one that you key in your code, and then make sure everything is in vlog, and then save. Okay, dah siap, boleh minimize and buka multi-sim balik, model sim balik. Okay, so for this one, I need to change the view back to display capture. It's this one. Okay, so dia kata we have to repeat the same as part A model sim punya steps lah, which is jump start, create the project name. This time around kita kena namakan dia lab2_sinu. Okay, and then click OK. Yang bawah ni tak kacau apa-apa. Okay, add existing file. Browse. Found lab2 and then lab2.v. Open. Default is actually okay je pakai default, tapi if nak confirm Verilog lah, tapi okay lah. For the sake of discussion, saya taruh default. Saya tak tukar Verilog. Saya maintain lab2.v. And then this time around, create new file. We've done step 4 part 1. Now we do step 4 part 2 in part B. And add file to project window. File name, basically create new file. File name, file name lab2.v. Oh sorry. Type lab2hdl. Kenapa pening ni? Okay, and then instead of vhdl, kita tukar kepada Verilog. Okay, figure 8. Just to confirm, figure 8 rupa dia macam mana? Verilog top level, alright. Cuma nama tu tukar daripada lab2hdl. Ya. Okay, and then click OK. Now dah ada lab2.v. In step 14, rename the first line of coding as lab2uut. Step 14, okay, ni double close, then kita pergi ke lab2hdl.v, double click on it so that you'll see the text editor. Now repeat step 14. So step 14 told us to copy the text here, the code, copy all the text into the text editor, but for this step, you need to change the name of lab1 to lab2uut, which is this one. In row 20, you need to change it to lab2 uut. Other than that, are there any other lab2? Nope. Okay, that's all. Just change it to lab2 uut line 20. The first line as module S. Now previously, and then tambah lagi module S. Tadi module T. Now change it to module S. And then check back lab 14. Okay, and then I think it's better save. Save, compile all. So compile successful, no errors. What you can do instead of close down and you can just terus dia buat simulate. Apparently dia suruh close tu sebab tak nak pening kepala. Tapi step 14 rename lab2, step 5 start simulation window, choose your setting as okay. So dia dah terus simulate, saya tak nak close down, saya nak buka dia terus. Sorry tekan simulate, saya tekan start simulate, and this time around instead of work T, saya buat work S as per instruction dalam lab manual. Then click OK. Now we'll wait. Is it done? I think so. Then click add to wave all items in design. So now you'll be able to see the waveform. To better see the waveform, just unlock it, and maybe try to zoom it out to see if there is any wave. Oh, sorry, zoom in. Mana wave saya? Tak ada wave. Oh, saya tak run, sorry. 3 microsecond, and then run. That's the wave. So hold on. Want to double check. So for this waveform, nak baca dia sama macam tadi. Oh sorry, saya kena zoom in. Okay, for this kita just again look at A, B, and C out. So for A, A1, B0, C out dia masih lagi 1. So kita buat 0, 1, out, 1. Taruh dalam sini 1. And then for the next stage, A in 0, B in 1, the C out is also 1. So okay, again 1. How about 0, 0, 0? 0, 0, 0 is also 1. Okay, then it's also it's still 0. Okay, 0. And how about 1, 1, 1? 1, 1, 1. It's also 1. So C out is mostly 1 except for when everyone else is 0. So the same with the previous the previous part A output, which is 0, 1, 1, 1. So what can you conclude here? Okay, sorry, saya laju sangat. Does anybody else have the same output as I am? Ataupun ada benda tak faham ke? Pada sebelah tengah tu yang saya power tu je tadi. Orang okay? Masih buat lagi ya? Sekejap saya tunggu.
Sir,
Yep.
output dia sama macam part A2 tadi.
There's a reason why lah, tapi
Oh,
sepatutnya sama lah. Lebih kurang sama.
sama. Okay.
So dapat lah
Dapat sir.
Okay. That said, I want you to look at the discussion section, which is sepatutnya saya kena tengok lah output awak ni. But since we are not face to face and we have limited time, and I think some of you tak sampai pun stage output ni lagi, but saya pun tak adalah nak tengok seorang-seorang. But make sure output tu korang snap, masuk dalam lab sheet. The same with the previous one, snap, masuk dalam lab sheet and then fill up table 2.6 ni. Now, the question here is, sama tak yang part A dengan part B? Which is, part A is for behavioral verilog, structural verilog for OR gate, and sama tak dengan behavioral verilog OR gate? Kita tak nak tengok. Kita belum, we are not focusing more on what is structural, what is behavioral yet. We are more looking at these two approach, the steps that we've done for structural and behavioral, whatever it is does it produce the same output? That's the thing that you have to a bit process balik. Kenapa jawapan dia sama? Which is samalah. Jawapan dia samalah, betul lah. Structural verilog and behavioral verilog of HDL OR gate produce the same output. Why? So you have to justify the answer. For me, saya bagi hint, it is the same OR gate. OR gate, macam mana buat pun, is still an OR gate. Cuma approach what is different if you want to just to make sure that first you have to find out apa beza step 1 dengan step 2. Apa beza dia, which is takkan nama je, takkan just because of lab 2 je. Mesti ada something else yang different kan. Macam ni lab 1 punya ni dia still pakai. Kalau if you're thinking is the code that is different, no, it's not the code. Tengok, kita still pakai yang lab 1 HDL ni, kita masukkan dekat lab 2 punya part. Masih lagi sama. Cuma yang ini pun kita ubah, cuma nama dia lab 2 je. In fact, tak percaya kita tengok. Okay, saya snap. Dan kita compare dengan yang lab 1 punya, which is step 7. Okay, lain sikit lah. Whereby yang step 1, part A, kita assign Y equals to A or B. Kita define sebiji-sebiji. Whereby untuk part B, kita tak bagi tahu pun assign tu. Kita just OR Y A B. Kita ubah cara nama tu. So, this is structural sebab kita bagi structure sebiji-sebiji. Kita define structure dekat quarters. Nak sebut quarters pun susah. Kita bagi tahu, we are telling quarters to do this. This is structurally you have to follow this. Whereby for behavioral, we just mention OR. Use OR for Y, A and B. Where Y is the output, input is the A and B. So nampak lagi senang lah. Tapi the end result is the same because we are still using OR gate. We are not using any other gate. We are still using OR gate. Cuma nampak gaya behavioral lagi senang lah. Kita just taruh OR je, tak payah nak taruh simbol A apa semua. So that's actually my hint lah. Actually itulah jawapan dah sebenarnya, tapi pandai-pandai lah awak elaborate Tu saya pakai bahasa pasar saya. And saya sengaja bahasa Melayu so that awak kena fikir sikit macam mana nak jawab soalan ni dalam bahasa Inggeris. Any other questions before kita end our session? Sebab kita dah habis dah settle dah. Saya dah tunjuk dah pun, saya dah suap dah apa beza part A, part B. Saya dah cerita jawapan dia untuk part 6.
So hopefully awak dah dapat capture lah. But if you guys have any other questions, ke masih menekan keyboard lagi? Boleh ke? Ada apa-apa soalan nak tanya? Senyap je masing-masing. Kalau tak ada, then saya end our session today lah. And I'll be sharing the recorded version nanti dalam link. Tapi I'm a bit hesitant sikit lah sebab recording ni, meaning there's a possibility awak tak buat pun lab. Awak tunggu recording baru awak buat. So masa lab ni sebenarnya macam no point awak buat time lab ni. So saya tak agree lah. Tapi of course untuk nak siapa yang ada masalah ke apa ke nak clarify, it helps lah. So in that sense saya husnuzon saya anggap korang semua ada masalah, tak boleh nak betul-betul sama pace dengan saya. So saya gunakan recording ni untuk tolong awak lah. So that's it. Ada interruption, nak tanya apa-apa,